Right, today I'm off to Asda. Yesterday afternoon and last night was the Wombler's Swish, and that is very windy conditions. That's where the shoppers walk out of the supermarket with their shopping bags in top of the trolley, and in top of the supermarket bags are the receipts. Sometimes the receipts have got notes wrapped up in them as well, like fivers or tenors. That's only happened to me I don't know, a handful of times in all these years, but it does happen. It's a little bit windy out today, but not too much, not enough just justify having to use an external microphone. At least I don't think so anyway. There's one receipt. I know where all the wind trap corners, the wind is blowing from the southwest. I'm also going to make a video about the top 10 wombling tips I could give you, just to make your life a little bit easier, but that's going to be a bit later on. Just need to get across the road now. So I tend to call this Auker's Alley. See all the bottles. Well, there's no new ones here since I last came. I think I got the last Jim Beam and Jack Daniels. I've recently made a video of me converting those, showing you how to cut them and turn them into lamps. They're great because I womble the lamps. I buy the vintage style bulbs using these. Can't find them. Asda price guarantee vouchers. Buy them from Asda, so when I've made them, it's cost me virtually nothing, and they sell them for £25. Can't be bad. And this is another wind trap corner. I've already picked up 3 or 4, maybe more receipts just before I turn the camera back on again. Sometimes it's a good idea to wear gloves. Well, no hypodermic needles around here, so that's okay. At least I've never seen any around here. And this is the wire fence that somebody put up, which is really great because it catches all the litter. So in here I've probably now got 8 or 9, and I think Mrs. Hat will have some as well. So I tell you what, let's go home, put these through the Asda price guarantee web page, and let's see how much money we've got. Right, now I'm back home. I only went into Asda to get one item, and that was some duck breasts. They were £5.50, and you might be able to see on that receipt there, I used 5 APGs. Asda price guarantees to pay for them. I went in with 6, didn't need that one, so I'll put that back in the car. Now the last one wouldn't go through, wouldn't scan, and it was for 64p. Now she said that she was going to put it through manually at a manufacturer's coupon, which you can see on there. So I suggested, instead of putting it through for 64p, put it through for 59p. 59p. And the reason why is because the vouchers would have overpaid by 5p. And whilst sometimes they give you the change, or they can just write the 5p off, sometimes it confuses people. So if you're going to do it manually, knock 5p off, it'll make it dead right. So the duck breasts cost me absolutely nothing. Great idea, I think, for single parents trying to bring up their children on low income, trying to pay the bills, and then the weather we've been having, whether they decide they're going to heat the house or feed the children. Also students I've heard from who are really enjoying wombling, but wombling is not just about, you know, this. It's about picking up anything that people leave behind that you can use. It's not just about picking up money or receipts to claim back the price difference. Behind the camera, if we swizzle around, you'll see I've got some bottles there which I've wombled from Alcoholics Alley. and I've made those above my head. Let me just turn them on so you can see. There you go. And I've got some above my desk as well, over there. So what they're going to do is, today we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 receipts, and 3 just drying off over the radiator there under the window. They're very wet. By the time I've checked these, I'll be able to check those. So let's get going. Right, I've done these. There were a couple that didn't have enough items on, or it was cheaper at Asda, which means, of course, that's what Asda wants. They want you to buy from Asda because they're cheaper. But if you know about the Asda price guarantee, you'll be surprised about how many times they're not cheaper than Sainsbury's, Waitrose, Tesco, Morrison's. Here I've got £13.32 from that 5-minute demonstration this morning. Now, these ones are now dry. This one's got 9 items on. One is an Asda own item, so therefore it won't qualify. That makes it 8. And you need a minimum of 8 items. Carrier bags don't count if they're on there. So I might be able to get a price match off this one. If we can, let's just see. I'll do it for you. So many people have asked me questions this last couple of weeks since the Wombling videos have become really popular, and I'm getting all sorts of questions, so I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do a live stream question and answer so you can ask me questions. But I'll answer one right now. Do you have to open an Asda shopping account in order to do this? And the answer is no. But you do have to open an account with an email address, because they want to restrict you to just 10 APGs a month or a maximum of £100. Don't forget, there are workarounds around this, because what if you print off 10 APGs at the end of one month and then 10 more the next day at the beginning of a new month? Legitimately, you've then got 20 that you can print off in 2 different months, but very close together, and take those in to spend them. So if someone says to you in the store, you can only have 10 a month, you can say, well, I printed those off at the end of last month and I printed these off at the beginning of this month, so therefore I can have 20. Also, in the terms and conditions, and do read the terms and conditions, there's a link there. Read all the terms and conditions so you don't get on the wrong side of Asda. There is nothing in there about not being transferable. So in fact, people could be giving you their receipts on purpose, and or them printing off the receipts and then giving them to you to help you out, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, I've got this one in. Let's press compare prices. Fingers crossed. 53 pence. Right, that's 53. So £13 whatever plus 53. It did count. Now I'm going to press get voucher. The minute you do that, you've got 28 days to spend that voucher you're going to print off, and there it is on screen. Now I'm not going to print it off yet. I'm just going to drag it into a folder on my desktop and print them off 4 to a page, so save money on ink and paper. Right, now then, 53p. Now then, there's this one. Back to Asda price guarantee. Click on that one. That's 4697. 9212 528 411. Go. 97p. And the last one, this is a big receipt. I've explained on an earlier video that the longer the receipt, the less chance there is to get an Asda price guarantee match on it, because the prices will average themselves out. A good one is a fairly short one with alcohol on, because of competition in alcohol prices around other supermarkets. But you know, let's see what we get. I need to just to get this voucher, so voucher, drag, shove it in my folder up there, and then we'll now go for this one. Right, that last one has given me £1.48. Just see it written in that corner, that's where I just mark it, £1.48. The other ones I've printed off, and just to recap, £2.63, £2.54, £1.43, £2, £1.13, £2.93, £2.67, 58 pence. The last two you saw me do 53.97, and that last one £1.44. So I make that, yep, so I make that £15.26. 10 minutes work, picking up litter, being discreet, although it's nothing about me being discreet because I'm always carrying a camera and talking to myself. But you know, be discreet. This last week I've had a few people saying they've had problems. That's because they are not being discreet enough, and you must never ever remove these from within the store or from within any bin that belongs to Asda, even if it's outside the store, because it's not your property, it's their property. If it's blowing in the wind somewhere in the car park or outside the car park, it's no one's property. It's been lost and belongs to no one until you pick it up, then it's yours. Now, if anybody thinks that wombling is illegal, tough. I've made a video explaining why it isn't illegal, but I've also shown a letter that I've personally got from Asda explaining why they do not disapprove of me wombling as long as I keep within the terms and conditions. And that's one thing I would ask you to do. Keep within the terms and conditions. Make sure you know the T's and C's of every place that you womble. It is true that Asda is the most profitable place for us to womble, and if you're in America or somewhere else, I really don't know how you can womble over there, except Walmart. I know that you can, but it's not as profitable as Asda, which is part of the Walmart group as it happens. So anyway, thanks for being with me. If you like the video, and if you would like me to do a question and answer live stream video and answer your questions live on YouTube, then please don't forget to fill in the small pop-up card there to leave the answer yes or no, and if there's enough interest, I'll do it. And happy wombling, I say. Go out there and do it, and don't let anybody tell you that it's immoral, or that you can't, or that you're a tramp, or whatever. Forget those. You look after yourself. Catch you later.